This is Black Views, bringing you the Black News. So what's going on, family? This is Black Views, come to you today. Our topic and subject will vary from things to things, news to news. In particular, I wanted to talk about the Capitol riot. I'm sure many of you heard in this past few weeks, since January 6th, the things that have been going on in regards to the siege of the Capitol. Now, we've been talking about this for many years now. The black media, we have been bringing to our listeners' attention that basically these are race soldiers out here. These officers, firefighters, municipal, you can look back at my videos, these municipal workers, government workers are part of white supremacy. Okay, they're the doctors, they're in there, they're all linked in, man. Okay, we've been talking about this for myself, I would say at least 2 years, but I know there are other black media that have been talking about this for about 10 years now. We've been saying this to our listeners that basically your police officers, these white police officers who are shooting us in the back, the white police officers who are beating our women, and the white police officers who are abusing our children. Now, I'm not going to say all white police officers, but those white supremacists are the ones that are doing B1. B1, baby! We are in the information age where we have cameras, we have servers, we have the internet, we have social media, we have so many different things that basically hone in on our surroundings. And today we're talking about white supremacy. You can clearly see that these individuals that were arrested were white supremacists. This was an organized adventure, and you know, the number one thing that I have a problem with is the lawmakers that were somewhat being held hostage, because that's what they were, held hostage. They could not leave. Okay, they could not leave because there were people outside to do danger. That's a hostage situation, but the charges do not reflect this. This was a terrorist situation, a terrorist event, a terrorist activity that went on the Capitol grounds. Okay, and had they been black, they would have been mowed down, and we already know this. Had there been black people out there with signs yelling and shouting, there would have been some head busting. There would have been arrests. They would have been looking for drugs. They would have been looking for money. There would have been the perfect opportunity to use all law enforcement technology to make arrests. B1. B1, baby. These people were allowed to come up on the grounds. Now, the steps of the Capitol, you're not allowed to be anywhere in this. There's a square, okay? You have the steps to the Capitol, and then there's a square. It looks like a big parking space, but it's not. It's just an empty grind. It's like a grinder, like a parade deck. Back in the 60s, yeah, they used to park there. And park in the back of the Capitol, all that crazy stuff. But in modern time, that's a parade deck now. There are ropes and chains and rails and so forth that surround that area. Now, they encroached and trespassed upon that property. Not only that, to go up to the steps and then continue to climb onto the Capitol. And I'll just say this, as an ex-military personnel, we would have mowed their ass down. Had this been an embassy, their ass would have been mowed down. So that takes me into something else. If you are a prior military person, you have taken the oath to protect domestically and foreign. Now tell me if this was not a domestic situation. There were no shots fired. The police, man, now I'll give credit to MPD. MPD came in and saved the Capitol Hill Police. Okay? United States Capitol Police. They saved their asses. If you ask me, Capitol Hill Police is basically ceremonial police. They have no heart. But anyway, I'm not trying to get into that. What I'm really trying to get into is that the world saw white supremacy, and now they have been basically verified by the world. And we already know.
B1, baby.
Already know they've been here. But now they have shot themselves in the foot in such a way that they are now truly classified as white supremacists. And now you see background checks going. The Lord is upon us, but the devil is still a devil. So don't get it twisted. Okay, these people want you to disappear. If you are a black man or a black woman or young, in particular a young black person, they want your ass up out of here. Okay, so the fact that they're saying they stormed the Capitol for freedom, you know, for their rights are infringed upon. Now, keep in consideration, these were police officers, sheriffs, white now, not black, white, CEOs, companies. Where is the oppression? Did they say they were doing this for black people? Did they say they were doing this for all Americans? No. This was about their white pride, man. That's what this was about. Their white pride. And the audacity, the lawmakers, they will complain and say that, you know, they felt like they were in danger. They felt like they're not even talking about the 100 other black people that were working in their building that day. They were working in the bowels of the Capitol. Okay? There are several floors that go down. I'll just say that. I'm not going to talk into or go and all that. But there's tunnels, there's everything that go down. Okay? You had hundreds of black people working that day. I'm only saying black people, okay? Even because there were some other white people and other groups working. But I'm saying black people because they were white extremists breaking into the facility where black people were working. We already saw the guy with the anti-Semitic rhetoric shirt that he had on. You hear the rhetoric. This is our country. You hear the terrorists call themselves brother. So what do you think? How they felt about black people? You see how they were chasing the black police officer, right? What do you think they would have done to regular black workers? And nobody's talking about this. This building was not empty. Had the building been empty, let's say 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, they decide to do insurgency or whatever, and maybe the charges would have been trespassing, maybe the charges should have been breaking into a government facility, destruction of government property, but you had people in here upon which they were trying to get at. So now you're asking for white supremacists to investigate themselves. And so what I'm trying to tell my audience is that basically that's why you see the charges that you're getting. Slaps on the wrists. Okay, you're not hearing terrorist charges where they're about to send some motherfuckers to Guantanamo Bay. You're not hearing these type of charges, treason. Now remember, these military people that were part of this group, officers, they swore an oath to protect the Constitution, foreign and domestic. And right there where the Constitution is, they stormed that goddamn building, looking through paperwork. B1, baby. They were discarding the property. Now, there are a lot of black people. The average black person probably would have said, man, you know what? It is what it is. Because that Capitol has done nothing to protect us. That Capitol has done nothing to uphold any particular rights for us. The Capitol is symbolic to black people, which basically means we don't even enjoy the fruits and the labors of that Capitol. The reason why many of us are mad and many of us feel like we need to see the harshest charges, we need to see a 30-minute special just about the arrest. We need to see them dragged out into the open. The reason why we're mad about this and that we want to see justice for the Capitol is because we know for a fact that if it were us, we'd be dead. Not only were there just people out there, but there were organizations out there based on their flags. Some of these flags are the same flags that were used when Timothy McVeigh bombed the Oklahoma building. You have to look at your history to understand these flags. You have to look at your history to understand what they mean to us. They're anti-black. So, today, black people, what we should be doing is sitting back, enjoying eating our favorite popcorn and watching the news every day. I enjoy seeing them be arrested every day. The white extremist is on the run. And I love the hunt. The only problem that I have with it is why isn't there a daily special to highlight these arrests? To highlight the beatdowns of those who may struggle or try to resist arrest. So, in the next coming videos, I have decided myself to have 10-minute specials on arrests that have gone on, because we should see these things. We have every right to see these arrests, just like they have cops, just like they have what's that other show there? 48 Hours. These shows honed in on black lives. These shows went down into the bowels of the ghettos to see arrests, to see murders, to see black men and women snitch on each other. So I would like to see this for the white extremists. So now the Capitol, okay, has so much security now. Like these so-called freedom people, look what they've done. They have created a police state. Now, we already had a police state, but it is now 100% police state in the Washington, D.C. area. I'm talking about police, and I'm not just talking about just the district. I'm talking about Prince George's County. I'm talking about Arlington, Alexandria. I'm talking about all the other areas where black people live. Southeast D.C., Southwest. All these areas are now extreme policed where black people live. So now you see the backlash of what some white supremacists have done. They have come into our city, put our city on high alert. And all the surrounding areas are now high alert. And there are more black people getting arrested now. That's why your mission as a black man or woman is to stay out of this. You need to step back and watch and let the Most High give justice to this country the way it's supposed to be. No, this is your flag. You ain't got no other flag. If you were born in the United States and you are a foundational black American, that's the only flag you got. And we are following the laws. So those that are not following the laws, such as the white extremists, lock them down. They have now been identified. They are a true enemy of the United States. They have been identified. Now push it. They have been identified. Now, shouts out to my brothers and sisters who are living out there on the outskirts of the city, who maybe they got a good job, or maybe they got some butter biscuits, and they done moved away from all the Negroes. You are now considered, as of January 6th, a soft target. So you want to live around them, you want to be like them. I'm not saying maybe you don't want to be like them. Maybe you just want to get away from black people, period. Maybe you've lived in some bad areas and you've been traumatized, and basically you just wanted to move away, and I get that. But I'm telling you right now, you are now a soft target. You are now excused to be called nigga, any name. They got balls now. And if you think that all that stopped on January 6th, you're out of your mind. It's going to get worse because now they already hit the Capitol. To think that they're going to go back to the Capitol is insane. They're going to hit other little areas like libraries, swimming pools, other little municipal places where they work. They know the insides and outs of these government municipal places. Look at Oregon State, for instance. I'm sorry, in the state of Oregon. The representative there who opened the door so their thugs could storm that Capitol. And luckily their state police was on point. But it was a representative, a lawmaker, a state, I believe it was a state assemblyman, who opened the side door to let them in. Look at the Capitol. There's videos showing, I don't really understand, like I said, been in the military, I've done non-evacuation operations, we've done riot training, I haven't been in many of them, but we have done riots, but our training is the opposite of what I saw, at least what I saw there. And I saw police officers basically, backing away. And as they're backing away, the crowd is getting stronger and stronger. I don't blame many individuals. I do think they have a management issue or a leadership issue. I really do. And some of those officers up there, I think are pieces of shit too, as well. They're racist. Some of them are racist. They have more intimidation for employees than they did on the 6th. Basically, they try to intimidate the other employees or staff members that come in more than they try to intimidate the insurrection. Okay? So I didn't want to make this video too long. There's some other videos I also want to make, but I also have some pictures and videos that I've captured and that were taken, and I want to share that with you as well. Black people, we need to stay vigilant and we need to keep our eyes open at this time. If you're at a bus station or you're somewhere and you see a white person, you don't know if they're white extremists. You don't know, but you need to keep your eyes open. Stop being friendly to everything and everybody and protect yourself. Stop wanting your oppressor to love you and stop wanting to give to them while they shoot you in your mouth. Be vigilant. And when I mean by be vigilant, I'm saying just look out. Look around you. See what's going on. Try your best to be respectful to another black person. And nod your head if you pass one. I still see we have a group of black people who don't have a clue about what's going on. They still want to pop bottles. They still want to twerk. They want to do all manner of ungodliness, other things that have nothing to do with survival. And I think many of them do that because they are scared and they don't want to face the truth. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to see what they see is happening. They want to continue to believe that there's a false reality. And unfortunately, that may come back to haunt them. So I'm just telling you, if you're out here, looking for a place to pop bottles, somebody's looking for a place to pop your ass. Okay, so if you want to be out here, coronavirus, we still got hard-headed ass Negroes that want to party, get drunk, and they want to, just be out here being disrespectful to other people and themselves and disrespectful to women and men. Watch out. I'm just telling you, watch out. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Once again, this is Black Fuse bringing you the black news. Please subscribe and also like my videos. I noticed I have lost some subscribers, but I think those were the fake people that probably about 20 people dropped off, and I believe that was after the election because they were just waiting on me to spew more and more good information, okay, that they could take back to their people. But I work hard to try to be on point with the things that I'm saying, because the things that I'm saying because I really do care about black people foundational Black Americans. I care about all Black people, but I'm B1, Black first, and there's no other group that's helping us out. There's no other group that's even working with us. So we have to help ourselves out. And we have men and women that have good things to say, and they need to say those. They didn't say those. They need to say these things. They need to, get your own YouTube account. Open your mouth. Say what you have to say, so we can listen to that as well. Let's listen to the things that may be going on in your neighborhood. Let's listen to the things that you may be experiencing that other Black people can learn from as well. We need to love each other, man. I do other things at night that allow me to be out in the nightlife to see what's going on. And the number one thing I see is just a lack of respect for ourselves. When I say ourselves, other Black people. How we talk to one another. How we look at one another. And it's a substitute, and I can speak for men. A lot of times that behavior is a substitute for leadership. They don't have any leadership or have any guidance. So a lot of Black men are led to believe that violence, ass kicking, those type of things are a substitute for being a good man. And being a good man is making good decisions, thinking things through, and being fair. That's what I think being a good man is. Being fair and owning up to the things that you know that you may have done wrong. Because if you can own up to the things that you may have done wrong, you can fix these things. And life is a journey. Everybody didn't think the way they think. They think now that they thought 10 years ago. Well, hell, there's some people 2 years ago that didn't think the way they think now. But there are people waking up every day, and I want to be a part of that process to help wake up Black people. I enjoy that. I enjoy that when we come together and when we're around each other and the vibe is positive. But we have groups of our own people that we're going to have to drop their fucking ass off. They're going to get dropped off somewhere because they're just not going to wake up. Have a good day. I love you. Peace.